So I really played with it. I talked to the guys who make it. Let me actually see if they wrote me back an email. I asked if we can pay with crypto, if we can get access to a preview version, because my problem is it's just not it's blocking our builds, and that's what I want to show. I did not want to post it in Giveth Dev because I felt like nobody can help anyway. Am I sharing? No, I'm not. Let me share.
What's the problem?
Yeah. Just a second. It kills our. So the first problem was window is undefined, which has been an error for me in Gatsby for ages. But you guys solved it, of course, for Taurus way back, and that was such a great learning experience that it's way too easy for the Haslet. It cost me for the uninitiated, it is if you use certain really large libraries with Gatsby, you will sometimes have this problem. The window is not referenced, but at build stage there is no window, of course, because window is a function of the browser and not of the Node.js server. And so, okay, that was easy. But now I have a real problem because the next error is unsolvable, I think, because it always works in local develop when I'm not building. It always fails at the build stage with really crazy building static HTML error for different pages, actually, depending on how I switch around the GraphQL source, for example, the impact graph source. It might be the Lala campaign again, or this is really strange. And if you look at my code, it's really it's almost embarrassing, but I like to keep it lean, so it's not embarrassing for me. But there is not really much going on here. Okay, I added this to the loader, right? I added the dependency. I import this really little thing here. And this is definitely configured correctly. But if I leave it out, it builds. If I have it in, it doesn't build anymore. But I guess you haven't seen any static HTML building errors, right, James?
So there's a way in the config for Gatsby to, if it's Node.js, it just replaces this package that you're importing with a blank module, basically. And that means that when it's building on Node.js, it will not it will not include that library, and it will not fail. I think that's. Did you try that? Or are you familiar with this?
No. I just changed the thing for the window, right? But this is something else. It's also defined in Node, Gatsby Node.
Yeah, I think it's in Gatsby Node. Yeah, I can check afterwards.
Oh, please, and I will check out myself as well. And like I said, I did not get an answer yet. I'm pretty sure if we just pay the $15, which is what I will what I will do. If I hear nothing by tomorrow, I will just pay the $15 per month for let's say a few, so we can access the new, because they did a complete overhaul of the thing. What we're using is version 2, and they have version 3 coming out of the door as we speak.
Sorry. You're talking about Gatsby now, right? No.
I'm talking about this support widget, because it seemed to be very a functionality that we really want to have very soon. That's why I put it. And it is, yeah.
Okay, Discord, you mean?
Yeah. So that we can have a real support, channel open with people.
Yeah, it's cool. I think it's great to have it as soon as possible. And I was just getting confused because Gatsby also just upgraded to version 3.
That's true.
Right. Okay.
That's true. By the way, I already tried loading Gatsby 3, and that will also take probably a sprint to clear up. There is lots of incompatibility between 2.9 and 3, but it's not pressing, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Gatsby 3 is a whole pain in the face, I would say. We need to probably figure that out at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried the upgrade already. It was a nightmare. Anyway, very good.
What?
Let's stay positive. Sprint planning today, then, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
How exciting. So, Marco is here now, or?
Marco's not here yet. James, did you have an update like from the last sprint, or should we like, just go into sprint planning?
My update is I don't really have an update. Yeah, I mean, like for the meeting that I missed last week, GitHub was up to date with all of my stuff, and at this point, I don't even remember what I was doing last week, basically. But yeah, the week so far has been pretty slow. Like I'm keen to get into the new sprint and figure out what I'm working on. And yeah, I don't really have an update. So I was, excitedly anticipating this meeting. Basically.
Yay. I'm excitedly anticipating this meeting too. I've been like going through the board a lot these like the last week, and because it was just overloaded with so many issues. So I'd love to like see it more organized.
Great. Happy days.
I have so small updates to make, though.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Work your magic.
Yeah. Is it okay for my connection? I don't
Yeah, we
think
hear you
it's
fine.
We hear you
okay.
very well.
Cool. So can I share my screen or?
Yeah, do you know how? It's this like a button on the left lower corner. Okay.
Because someone, I don't know who is sharing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me.
That's cool. So, can you see?
Oh, it was too much for your computer. Oh, now we can see it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I have some pull requests that can be merged, and so I fixed some issues last week, like the MetaMask pop-up. So now we have a pop-up signaling that someone can sign that a MetaMask window should be open. So now it's done. Just need to merge that.
So what was that, sorry? So this is when you click sign in that they can...
In fact, when you sign in, some user cannot see the model window. I mean, the pop-up, the MetaMask pop-up. And so you can just see, for instance, the small notification on MetaMask, but it's quite difficult to see the small notif. So now you just have a model that say opening MetaMask and have the signing process.
Cool. Nice.
It was an issue. There's 642.
Nice.
There is also the donation list that I refactor a little bit. With now you have the icon of the currency, and I think there was and it's organized in a chronological way. So the most recent to the least recent.
Cool.
And that's it for that. Also, this is just a PR for just removing some warnings. This is the Web3 provider testing, but it's still pending. I fixed a little issue, just a typo. It was written network with without a R, and another fix, like if you are on staging, you have this button that it's weird because it's not aligned, and so that is fixed if we made that. And the last thing I did is to fix the gas price, but I need to double check that, because in fact we were calculating the gas price. In fact, we were using the price of the token, the donation token. So I mean, if we were donating DAI, the gas fees would be calculated in DAI, so we're lower that than in ETH, and so it should be fixed in this year. And thanks, Lauren, to sort of count this error. And that's it, I think.
Great. So you have all these pull requests open, is it?
What? Sorry?
I'm just looking at the pull requests. So these are all pull requests that you're looking to merge, besides the work in progress one.
Yeah, it's in progress. When it's merged and moved to staging, then we will be able to move these cards.
Yeah, I just want to know if there's anything I should do for these pull requests. Like I see all these pull requests here. Like, do you want me to review them and merge them? Or
I don't know. Matthew is not here. I asked him if he has the time to review them, but if not, yeah, maybe I'll need someone to review.
Okay, I can review them for you if you want them reviewed.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
He's going to be busy today.
Okay, cool. So all the pull requests except the whip one.
Yep. Nice, Merlin. Good work. Thank you.
No worry.
Yeah, thanks so much. James, I have a question. Like Mitch, we still have to have our sessions, but I was talking to Mitch a bit about events and stuff. And I was wondering if we can support you in any way with this. Like,
you're talking about the segment stuff?
No, I'm talking about the whole thing. Like, basically, they come out of Impact Graph, and what happens after is not really James's business, I would say. I mean, like, in the sense that I think you are on a similar experience level than the rest of us, right? I mean, because it's new for you as well. So because James has a plate full of stuff to work on anyway, it would be cool if we could take that, off your hands.
So yeah, we spent a couple hours on it actually yesterday, James and I, working on these segment issues. Like, if you want to offload it, James, if you're too busy, like, I'd be happy to work on it with someone else.
It would be so cool. I think Mitch has pretty much taken this on already, I feel like. And yeah, I mean, like, it's totally, yeah, it's magic, right? Which is great when it works. And then when it doesn't work, it's like, what the fuck is going on, right?
Yeah.
That is a bit of a problem with the tools we use. Yeah, I saw that already, that, like, if something fails, why is a very important question that cannot be answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So Mitch, if you want to share what you're working on with me later this week, like, that would be totally cool.
Yeah, totally.
Because I'm interested.
I think it's great that we do that. Like, I mean, we should always try to like exchange knowledge, right? Like, no one should really know. No one should be the only person who understands anything anyway, right?
Yeah, SecOps.
Like getting into the JavaScript in the backend, like I don't know how to do that. So there's a good chance I'll mess it up. But then once it can actually go into Segment and I can program these field and properties properly, then like I can take it from there. So like I'll need support fixing that so that they can enter well into Segment.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I think we're pretty close, right? Like, I don't know, like, how do you feel about what we're doing yesterday? Like, it seemed to me like it should be very close to, like, yeah, I mean, you have your token now, right? So you can literally create new projects using the GUI, the GraphQL GUI.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, I think that it would be so cool if you just fix that and create a pull request. And I think you're really close, basically.
I think just that last step of where we were and then seeing, okay, we change this and then how does it plug into Segment, you know?
Yeah. So you click play, add a project, it creates a project in the database, raises the event Segment, and we should see the new data fields there, right, in the debugger. And then I can support you on that. Like, we can do a call, even if it's the fastest way. But try it first.
Okay, I'm gonna try that, and then we also have to do that the quality score, the retroactive quality score update.
Yeah.
So whether Kai can help me with it, or if you're able to, like,
I think I should help you with that because I have a clear idea about how to do this, basically.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, all the other stuff is fixed with the Postgre and
Give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's an interesting topic to me. So don't feel like you have to drag me around. But like, if there's a chance, like that you go on these calls, can invite me. And I think Mitch will just have a session because we are both exploring the Segment and autopilot, and maybe with 2 or 4 eyes and 2 heads, we can see more and exchange a bit. Maybe I learned something you don't know, and vice versa.
Yeah, I'm learning a ton, that's for sure.
Yeah. Cool. It's a bit like we are in a similar situation than last week. Last week James was not here, but Matteo was, and now Matteo is missing. And I feel like we need the holy trinity of, like, let's say Trinity because there's more people, but of people here to really plan a sprint. So I'm a bit, and also Marco wanted to come, and he's such a great sprint organizer.
Yeah, I mean, I think he will arrive pretty soon, right?
He said a couple of minutes.
He was just going to be late.
Half an hour ago.
Yeah, so I don't know if you want to wait for him or, I mean, I went through the board and I added like the stuff that I would work on with the sprints. And I guess no one else did, probably. So since Matteo's not here.
I think Matteo added also his next sprint. I went through the board and I looked at like all the new issues, and the only ones that are in there have like next sprint labels, or they're kind of like not really dev issues, mostly.
Right.
So almost everything's kind of like in the backlog, but maybe we can just put things like from the backlog that you guys want to take on into the sprint backlog, and then just sort of like imitate like that.
So how about I share my screen and I start moving my stuff across?
Yeah.
All right, cool. In the meantime, I'll also look at if I can pick up an issue.
If you guys have anything like notes or feedback for testers too, you know, like me, Lauren, and Ashley can work on that stuff. Or anything like, I know there was some talk about testing guidelines and all that. Mm-hmm. Anything that needs to be added to our documentation.
Yeah. So, Lauren, we created that issue with some outline of like test cases, right? Like that. I mean, I guess we could have really put more work into that, I suppose. I mean, I think for testing, what's critical is that we have certain paths that we need to take, you know, in order to run end-to-end tests, in order to have some kind of like confidence that everything will work properly, right? So a user needs to be able to register, They need to be able to sign in. They need to be able to update their profile. They need to, not be able to add a project unless their profile has been updated. Then, they should probably be able to edit the project. All of this, there's certain paths that we need to cover in testing, essentially. And like, if it's done in an ad hoc manner, like there's no guarantee that we're actually testing all of that stuff, right? So I think at a bare minimum, what we need is like a list of like, test cases that we need to test, and like maybe we split them out. One person does the project creator, one person does the donor, etc. And we have it in such a fashion whereby we can tick off it and say that was tested, that was tested, that was tested, that was tested, and then we can do ad hoc testing. So that was kind of like the intention of that, I would say. I don't remember exactly what kind of state we left it in. I guess no one has probably used it since, I would say. And it would be interesting to know what actually, like it would be interesting to like, if that is in a more finalized state, like cross-reference that with Merlin and figure out what automated testing has been done for these, right? So yeah, I mean, maybe that's a task for the sprint, like to just like really try and like formalize something a bit more around testing, I would say. So yeah, Lauren, maybe we should just have a look at that and see where we left at and see what we can do to bring it to a final state, basically. Yeah. Hi, Marco. How's it going?
Hi. Sorry. I just I'm terribly sorry. I
That's
had
okay.
another urgent matter to do for another project. I was on another call, so sorry about that.
No worries. We just did our updates, and we just had a quick discussion around testing and building out some test lines, some guidelines for testing, to formalize that a bit more. And I'm sharing my screen, and I'm about to start talking about the issues that I've highlighted and selected, basically, and start moving them across to the sprint backlog. Does that sound like a good place to start from, or did you have something else in mind?
Yeah, sure. Because like we don't have who's not on the call?
Matteo is busy today with
Matteo
his
is
thing.
busy. Yeah, and also what I wanted actually to do as well is to move all issues which are or to review issues in progress. And see which of those can be actually moved to the staging. Are they done, not done, closed, or whatever, so that we clear this column if possible.
Yep. Okay.
And like after that, but before that, you can just start moving your issues to the sprint backlog if you wish. It's also okay.
I think it makes sense to clear in progress, since we are going to be putting more things in there, right? So Merlin's on this call. Yay. Merlin, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So we prioritize the focus. That's a work in progress, right?
Yeah. I need to double check, and would be okay.
All right. But that's the work in progress PR, so I guess it's not finished, right?
Yeah.
So the donations list refactoring?
This is in the PR, but
it's in the PR. Okay.
Yeah. In fact, all my cards are that
they're in PR.
In progress are in the PR. So.
All right, fair enough. So it seems like after I merge those, we can move them across, right?
Yeah.
All right. So otherwise, what is this? MetaMask pop-up with Merlin also, same story. Okay. As a user, Merlin. Explore better.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marco?
I think this is an ongoing discussion. There are multiple people assigned to this one, so we can just skip this.
Okay. Create an article explaining how givebacks work, Lauren.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's still in progress because like I can't finish it until we're like ready to launch givebacks.
Yeah, then,
but I couldn't.
Okay, then move it
it's
to the
kind of
sprint
like more
backlog.
of a.
Move it to the sprint backlog.
Okay.
And then Lauren, you will move it again to the in progress when you continue.
Okay.
Just for the sake of clearing this column now.
Okay.
Add copy link options to share pop-up on projects. Okay. Right. I'll move that back to the Spring backlog then. That's not done. Okay, comment simulated project link leads to blank page. What is the story with that one again? Oh yeah, that's resolved.
Really?
That's resolved. It's resolved basically. Yeah, I believe it's finished, but I'll just move it back so to remind myself to double check it.
This was down for a couple of days. Might have been exactly when this issue was created.
Essentially, it was an issue whereby if you edit the project and you change the title, then it changes the slug, then it changes the URL, and then every old URL goes to the old one, basically. So.
Okay, now, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I need to look back at this. Review the use of Giveth trace endpoints. Okay, sorry guys, I really have been a bit slack at keeping this up to date. Yeah, again, I'm going to move that back to review. Emails not sent on live. This is still in progress, Mitch, right? So essentially, Mitch is taking over this, like trying to debug. Like I got like one of them working, and like apparently two of the paths were still not working, essentially. So the current state of,
autopilot.
On autopilot,
only one is not working now, and that's because this segment event doesn't exist.
The segment events doesn't exist.
Donation received doesn't exist, so we can't send those emails.
Right. Okay.
So I'm almost there with it, but we have to fix that backend issue with the server.
Okay. So I'll put both of us on this, and we can talk about it after the call.
Yep.
Sprint backlog in progress. So can I leave that in progress? I will. Total donations is way off. That is resolved now, unless someone moved this back here. No, I think that's done. Make the default donation gas fee for Xdine Merlin. That's still in PR. Mobile reader story button, not visible. Kai, were you working on this?
I just assigned this like 1 minute ago to me. Yeah, I will.
Okay.
That should be easy.
Shall I put that back in the backlog then?
Yeah, sprint backlog.
Yes. Yeah, I should be able to do this sprint.
Okay. Do not show. Tell us what if you think pop up if user has clicked on X to close.
So this one actually. Tell us what you. Oh no. Huh? Did I overlook that?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Marco, you're very soft again. Is it just me?
Sorry. No better.
Yes.
So yeah, if user clicks on the X, it means I don't want to see this again. So this shouldn't like pop up on every page. And I think maybe there's a dupe of this issue.
Yeah, I believe that Matteo said that this would only come up this would not come up for 3 days or something. I think I saw him say this in Discord, but I didn't actually test it, and I feel like it's still popping up. So
yeah,
maybe we put it back.
So
yeah,
Matteo.
Like 3 issues for this.
So yeah, that's what planning has another one. We started to discuss this in planning for more, because maybe this should actually be an epic, because we are really talking a lot about how do we give support, how do we collect, or how do we collect support. Then we said, okay, let's use the widget for that. How do we collect other things? And then Dani said, well, maybe there should be a form instead of sending people to GitHub. And I feel like this is a larger discussion where it's not really like there are no clear requirements anymore. And it started kind of like this So I don't know what to do with this specific issue, except that Matteo said it's already done. He picked it up, so I should unassign myself.
Okay, let's assign it to him then and put
Yeah,
it in the sprint backlog and ask him to confirm.
I just did that.
Oh, you did. Great, brilliant.
And also reference this other issue because I was referencing it also for another one, automate issue report. I was also 681.
It's 421. There's one as well, issue 421.
Wow. As I see you have like them all collected, Ashley, do you want to make an epic issue and like collect all of those under support?
For the support and feedback part? Because I think we also need to make a decision if we're going to go forward with the support as the way it's going, and maybe because don't we have to become a Patreon or something? There's a decision that needs to be made about that.
A patron for
so the support chat thing that you were talking about.
Oh yeah. So now I gave an update at the beginning of the call. So this is all in progress, but this is for the chat box. And there are actually multiple ways to give feedback and to collect stuff. And I feel like we should just maybe shuffle things around, or this needs a bigger discussion. This might something that Marco has an in-depth look, like what you feel, Marco, what the best thing is, because there will be, in the end, I think there will be 3 or 4 different ways to contact us anyway. I think that's also the standard, yeah.
I think there is an epic already.
Of course.
It's incorporate user feedback or something like that.
All right.
But I can go through and just collect all the issues because we've been talking about the different form options and integrations and all that.
Also in planning, and that's like cross repo then. And
yeah.
So I can supply 681 should be in the epic as well.
Okay.
And the one I just
you guys will look after. You guys will look after that then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I mean, from here, I would just quickly talk through the ones that I put my name on. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Of course.
All right. So, I was filtered by me. Sprint backlog. All right. So, cancelled project showing up again upon page refresh. That just seems like a bug, basically. Wallet Connect, I added this one. Like, I got feedback from users that we really need Wallet Connect, and I agree. And I believe that that's possibly a configuration of onboard.js and potentially Taurus. So I would prioritize that, essentially. And then we have, under my accounts, selecting crypto on the dropdown doesn't have XDAI. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. So will I move this across as I go?
I made a comment about that because in fact it's showing the XDAI donations. If you put crypto, it's showing all the crypto transactions, and whether it's on the mainnet or on XDAI. So maybe we can.
I expect that, no?
What?
I would expect it to do that.
So what do you suggest? That we add another filter with the chain? I mean, mainnet or XDAI?
No, I mean, crypto should show all of the crypto.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So for me, it's working then.
It is working. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
good.
Maybe I need to double check, but
it's cool.
Sure
I mean, I put myself on this even just to go and look at it and assess what is happening and what should happen. So I'll just have a look and see and confirm if it is working, of course.
Okay.
So I'll just start moving these across into the sprint backlog. So we spoke about this. Wallet Connect. Under my accounts, yeah, okay. Then allow user to filter verified and give back eligible projects. Yeah, I mean, this just sounds like more filtering options and probably just adding them on the front end and the back end, even if we're not going to use them on the front end right now. So I can add those in the back end. Yeah. Why is Wallet Connect here? I thought I moved that. So move that there. Okay, move that there. Fix the console warnings again, and still like this issue does not go away. I will look at this sprint also. And then I want to check my XDAI donations on Block Scout. This is from Mitch. Yeah.
I thought Merlin
I think
tried to fix it.
Yeah, I think it's fixed now.
You do? It is? Okay. Well, I assign it to you and you can just confirm that.
Yeah, sure. We'll chat that.
All right. Okay. And then cannot donate on live with Taurus. Yeah, this is just an edge case bug that I found. I should probably rename it so it's less sensational. But there's a certain sequence of click events whereby you can't make a donation, essentially. So it's a bug, basically. Yeah, I mean that's what I selected like today, basically. It feels like it's just a lot of small issues, and I may have extra bandwidth other than this. So I'm open to other things that need to be worked on if anyone feels strongly about anything, or if we discover something else.
Okay, James, can you also go through the Mateos issues and just move them and to the
Yes.
backlog?
Yes, I can do that, Matteo.
I'm not sure if he's assigned to all of the issues. That maybe there are some that needs to be assigned.
Okay, do not show sprint backlog. Do not show. Tell us what.
Yeah, that's the one that we moved previously, I think.
Okay, cool. Backlog donated to a project with DAI I didn't have. Okay, so what are we going to try to do now, Marco? Just look at his issues.
Yeah, just moving his issues to the like what we think he could be doing in this sprint.
Okay.
I think these are the ones that were previously. Some of those were in progress. I think rich text support. This one, the second below. I think.
Yeah, he's been working on this. I think.
Yeah, and I also need to provide some UI icons.
Donation type drop down. Critical for launch. Yeah, that sounds like something we can put in the sprint. MetaMask OS app browser can't sign in. I did sign in already today using MetaMask OS app browser. That is working, but there is several visual issues that I think would be very good to fix actually. So yeah, maybe just change that.
Also about the user experience, am I the only one that when clicking on signing or my account or the filters, whatever, when you hover the drop down or stuff like that, it sometimes disappears really quickly.
You mean on the top right hand corner, this thing? The drop down on the right here.
Yeah, but
yes.
It's maybe on the signing or on the filter for just filtering projects and stuff like that. And it's really quick, and it may be annoying for the user to.
Yeah.
So maybe I will try to fix that because.
Okay, can you create an issue for yourself about this?
Right.
One thing I did notice is that on the, I think once you are logged in already, like, and you click on your wallet address at the top right, I found that like I need to click it twice often. Like I click it once and then I go down and then it's kind of like
exactly.
Right. And
This
another
is
one that
so
really annoys
strange.
This
Can
stuff
you-
is classic.
Sorry.
I've seen this stuff so often. It's like all to do with the hover events, and then the hover events activated, and then there's a refresh happens like somewhere in the page for some reason or other, and then the state is lost. And
I meant I cannot replicate. That's why I said it's strange. So yeah.
All right. Well, that's good, I guess.
I would just create the issue. Maybe we'll not find any solution, but
If you can attach a quick, like this is a good use case for video, it would be awesome to see what you exactly mean. Because I could take a look, but I just don't know what it really is that's bothering you guys.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll try.
Another one that really annoys me is on the create project. I find that like the fields lose focus. You know what I mean? Like you create the title and then you hit next and then you go to the next one and then you have to click into the input. Anyway.
Is there an issue for this?
No, I didn't create. I spoke to Mateo about it a couple of times, but we never created an issue about it. We can do that. We probably should, to be honest.
Yeah, please do. If you spotted it.
Yeah, it's every time. It's super consistent.
Ah.
Yeah. It just was higher priorities, you know what I mean? It was just like an extra click rather than, All right. So in the backlog, I'm looking at this, and we have this issue here. That's Mateo and Marco as a project owner should see the quality score of my project and an explanation thereof. All right. So this is under design right now, Marco, and it's obviously not high priority, or what's the state of that?
Well, I don't know. Can you scroll down to the last comment? What was the one? I think we need to discuss this, or I ask you something, or you.
We need to clarify this issue further so that I can make further UI updates, adding this to dev call agenda unless we communicate here.
Yeah.
And then you link to this.
I think that's something that Mitch shared to me. But I was just curious, like, where do we just show this information there? Should we display this information elsewhere? I think there are more, just need more clarification and requirements clarification, actually.
Okay. I think we agreed that the purpose of this is to encourage projects to have as high a quality listing as possible, that we should not like use the wording score or quality score or something publicly, and that it was simply something to show on the project owner's page. And I believe that you did mock up something already and it's in Figma for this already, no? Or did I get that wrong?
I don't think no, let me see here. No, I was working on something similar. Yeah, I started mocking up something like score, but that didn't make it into this round. But okay.
Let's do something really simple for now. Let's just like get anything on there and then we can improve it as it'll probably make more sense when it's on there in front of us, right?
Yeah, of course. But okay, keep this issue in the backlog for the time being, and will we continue?
All right, I'll move it to the sprint backlog or to the backlog.
Just keep it here. Keep it there.
All right, fair enough.
And the second one, the community curation via flagging. I read through this issue. It's Mateo's. We don't have like a link to report this project or flag project or something like that.
Right.
And I think we should just add a link to report this project, and when you click on it, just submit something and create a pop-up with a form, reason to why you're reporting this, and then submit, and then it goes somewhere, and then some of us will eventually need to read it or whatever.
I would say that we have like I would say that like things are working pretty well right now, like with the manual reporting and like flagging and removing, unless anyone disagrees. And I would say like if we're gonna do something with this, then we should do it really properly. Mm-hmm. Like maybe while Kai is looking into the Discord widgets integration, maybe you can like keep that in mind, because I think it would be super cool to have something to report it, right? But then if by clicking that, it automatically posts into the Discord channel, like I think that would be ideal. And if we're gonna actually make the effort of doing something, then I think we should do that probably.
Okay, I suggest remove the label next sprint, add the label requirements clarification, and we just keep it in the backlog until we get this properly spec'd out.
Okay, cool. Nice. All right. And I did remove that label and it is gone. Right. All right, so last one. Design UI for rich text editor. Mateo's been working on this.
Yeah, no, you should remove Mateo from this issue. It's actually my issue. So, sorry.
Okay, brilliant. Okie dokie. All right.
Can you just clear the filter of Mateo so that we see all other issues? If there are any that that we missed maybe in the backlog that Mateo could be assigned to?
So issues with no assignee?
No, just whatever. Just clear the filters. And
okay, we can clear the filters and see all that's there.
And see backlog and see, yeah, now in the backlog to see maybe if there are any issues that Mateo could be assigned to if he's not assigned himself.
Okay.
I don't know. Just scroll through quickly.
All right, well, let's start at the top. Not that one. As a donor, I want to be able to change my wallet, donation wallet, when using XDAI. Merlin, you're assigned to these issues in the backlog here. What do you have issues in the sprints backlog yet, Merlin?
No, he doesn't. Maybe we can prioritize his as well while we go through the.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Talk to us. What do you think? Do you want to take control and share your screen?
No, you don't. You just keep it shared. Merlin.
Yeah, you can move that to the sprint backlog.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Block Scout.
I just have a question about this card, if I remember, because I checked that, and yeah, I think I asked a question to Matthew, but anyway, I go back to this card later. Just keep it there, and it's okay.
All right, shall we move it to the sprint backlog then? You're going to have a look at that in the sprint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's assigned to you. You, Marco, as a giver, I want to know which projects are eligible for givebacks.
Well, if I'm not sure if this will needs to be done, right? We talked about this today. Should this be actually prioritizing this?
Okay, probably not, huh?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, so
I think this one, editing a project update, that's really cool.
Okay. Yes, we do.
And I think Mateo, since he's working on the rich text editor, we can assign Mateo to this one.
I think you're right.
And just add it to the sprint backlog. Mateo, we're recording. If you're watching this, sorry, but you're gonna have to
Don't make any plans.
Yeah.
All right, so pipeline, sprint backlog, yes. Okay, nice. Backlog. Integrate Unsplash API for project header images.
Yeah, it's my issue, and I would love to work on this one in this sprint. It's also design related, but it's also I think we can have two separate issues. First, integrating is basically backend stuff, so I guess maybe James, you.
Uh-huh.
And then like we can maybe no, you know what? Yeah, add yourself and design needed, and then I'm going to do design and if you don't make it in this sprint, like your part,
yeah,
you can do your part in the next sprint. Is that okay?
Okay, I'll have a look at it anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so that's in the sprint backlog. Okay. Giveth.io brand and
skip the branding stuff right now. It's not priority.
Okay. Skip. My accounts cannot change profile picture. Yeah, I mean, this has kind of been hanging around a while, like importance and
Merlin can work on maybe.
Yeah, sure I can.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
So it seems to me that if we're going to integrate 3box, that this might be work that ends up being unnecessary.
Yeah, and you know what? I'd rather close this issue.
Okay.
I'd rather close it because I'm gonna be working on the complete new, like, profile verification and 3box and identification and stuff like that. So.
All right. That sounds good.
Yeah, let's just.
It's always good to close things. So, Taurus white label option for modal. This is something that Matteo mentioned this before, or I created this. Oh.
Yeah, but he wanted to. I think is that part of where we have a pop-up where you can choose like Twitter, LinkedIn, and stuff like separately.
I think like, can we put a logo in the overlay or something like this? Basically, it would be nice.
To show our logo.
Yeah.
It's nice to have. I don't think that should be prioritized for this sprint.
Yeah.
If it's nice to have. So.
Yeah, I can hang around there then. So.
Allow user to crop image.
This is something I got feedback from a user also that this was a problem for them, and like I could see the issue also. Like they uploaded a photo and it like cut off the heads of the people essentially. So yeah, it's something that Lauren reported, and I confirmed from a user that it's an issue, and maybe it would be good to fix it. Yeah, the image API thing you spoke about, Marco, is different to this, right? This is not the same thing.
Well, actually, it's basically it should be similar to this one, and I think I also linked to this issue here because like we're gonna allow user to randomly select one from the from Unsplash if they don't have them, and if they wish to upload their own, they will still should have this option to kind of crop it or maybe move it a little bit around or something. So I guess it's some sort of a front end editor. I'm not sure, like, Merlin, if you were up to this stuff to do.
Yeah, I was going to assign myself since I am. Yeah, I mean, Merlin, if you want to join me, you're welcome. It's just that, like, since I'm going to be looking at the API stuff. Yeah, all right. Merlin, why don't you take this then?
Sure,
and then
I send you to that, and if you need help or you don't have the time, I can be like a backup or something like that.
Cool.
Okay,
cool.
That's cool.
Then
all right.
Got
it. Backlog, sprint backlog. Okay.
Skip givebacks for now.
Taurus icon is slow to load on staging. Griff reports this. Hey Griff, hello.
It's your crappy internet, Griff. You're worried like in the outback. No.
It could be.
Let's close the issue. We changed this screen anyway.
Yeah, I think this can just be closed.
All right. Nice. Okay. Backlog. Community curation flagging.
Yeah, we said the requirements qualification needed.
Yeah, we did that already, huh?
Yeah, we did that. Cool. Use design. I think my issue design. Where's that?
Sorry, I'm a bit lost now. This one.
Yeah. No.
This
go
one.
Up here. Design UI for rich text editor. This is where we are. Yeah, move it to the sprint backlog, please. I'm gonna work on this one.
Right.
With 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left, can I ask about givebacks if verified projects are going to be added to the back end this sprint?
That's not something I think that we have put into the sprint, I would say. I don't really know what that means in terms of like in the back end. Like Oh, you mean the concept of whether a project is verified or not?
Yeah, simple bool.
Okay. Yeah, we can
And
totally
then
do that.
and then being able to pull that out and give that to Fabio to run a script, and then
Yeah.
or anyone to run a script, basically making it publicly accessible.
Okay, I will create an issue for that and put it in the sprint and let
I can
Fabian.
I can make
You
the
wanna-
issue. Yeah.
Okay, and then assign it to me. And then I'll let him know when it's done. Okay.
I think we're just a couple of issues left here in the
Yeah.
backlog, right?
Yeah, I think so. So curation by flagging. Okay, done. Project owner should see the quality score. We've already spoken about this. Remove the badge
Yeah.
showing the amount raised.
It's just a discussion. I think it's a discussion that we have and we're still having. So keep it in the backlog for now. Or is this one? Remove the badge showing the amount raised.
Is this where we use the requirement label, right?
Yeah, requirements, clarification label added because it's ongoing. So
Okay, can someone own this so that it doesn't get lost again? Who's going to clarify it?
Add it to me. I created this issue, so you can assign me to this one. But keep it in the backlog.
Yeah. All right. And able to click hyperlinks within the project description. All right, this will get taken care of along with the rich editor, right?
Exactly. And we can.
And that's.
It has a like dependency basically, so put it in a sprint backlog. It will be closed via this other issue.
All right. All right. And then there was one last issue. As a project owner, I want to preview my project. Yes, there was an issue in the board that was created by a user. I don't know who it was, and they listed 3 issues essentially, and it was a little bit hazy and vague. So like I went through that and broke that out into separate issues. Like this is one of those issues, and the other 2 I think are not issues anymore, basically. So they were saying that.
Sorry, James. I need to leave because I have another meeting.
No worries.
Now.
No worries. You're done. You can go.
Sorry, guys.
Have the best day, Marlon.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks a lot, Merlin.
I love you in Go mode, Marco.
I think we just need like a couple more minutes and we're done. We're actually done to define this sprint. James,
totally.
This
yes.
one where you preview your project before publishing, was that the issue?
Yeah, they said that basically I created my project, and like when the project is created, there is a link to go to the project page, but they would like to easily be able to see the project as it appears to a donor, essentially. So I figure it would just be like a link that says preview project or something that goes, I don't know, like it needs a little investigation probably.
Okay, let's add a requirement clarification label and keep it in the backlog.
Oh, whoa. Okay, hang on a second. I'm getting confused here. What am I looking at here? This is an issue that's 29 days old. That's not the one. What is that? Sorry, excuse me. This is a completely different issue, actually. How embarrassing. All right. So this is a quality score issue. We discussed this already, or did I open
close this. Close the screen. We discussed it and go to the last one. Yeah.
This is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a link on the project page that that goes through to the public facing page.
Let's discuss
I would look at
within the issue.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. So I'll put it in the backlog and I'll put clarification needed. And that's all of the issues in the backlog that we have gone through.
Awesome. And now you will go to the sprint backlog column, click on the settings icon, select all issues. No, not the backlog, sprint backlog. Sprint backlog.
Yeah, select all issues. No, not that.
Yeah, exactly. And now click on set sprint, set sprint, and it's the April 21st, exactly, this one.
Ooh.
And we're ready to go. Awesome.
Nice. Hanging
I
out,
like it.
Marco the
Click done.
Pro.
Confirm with done. Click done.
You're a great
Beautiful.
puppeteer, Marco.
Click
The wheels are in
top
motion.
right corner. There's the green done button. Click that done button.
Alrighty then.
Yes.
Too late now.
Yes. 3 minutes over, but we got it.
Nice.
Amazing.
You're as
Incredible.
good
Hey,
as
congratulations,
Stromboli.
guys.
Exactly. Yeah. Nice.
Cool.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, any other business? Griff, is there anything you wanted to add? Or
Other than Fabio got some give back data, but that's all. I think he'll put it in the Discord.
sweet. Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, okay, I guess we're out of time now. Are we done now? Or
Yeah, we're totally ready to get started with the sprint.
all right then. Happy days. Wow.
Yeah.
No time like the present, really. Okay,
Thank
bye.
you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay,
So
later.
Cheers.
You don't have to.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Mitch? Yeah, Mitch is gone.
Oh, nice.